Righteousness doesn't produce results quickly. If you want to reign by righteousness, you want to win by righteousness, you will need to understand what is called the process of time. But unrighteousness is quick, it's fast. You will see multiplication. And these are the days where people go out for results, anything that can produce results. If you are results driven, you are soon going to be part of Babylon. Because Babylon is what? Is a great city. Guess what? The New Jerusalem is called the Holy City, the separate city, the different city. Whereas Babylon celebrates great, the New Jerusalem celebrates holiness. We have a pure breed. The jealousy of our God is upon us. We have not mixed ourselves. We have not lost our saint. Our original saint resides in us. We mix, but we do not mingle. The holy city. When you begin to go the path of holiness, people will call you a Jew guy, a Jew. If you have not yet earned a name on the path of your Christianity, it is because you compromise. The world has names for every set of people that decide to be different. The Bible said John the Baptist, he came neither eating nor drinking. The world system said he had a demon. And the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they said, behold, a gluttonous man, a wine bibber, and a friend of the publicans. Have you earned a name from the world? It means your light is not bright enough. Oh, there were people that came to me and said, you are foolish. Huh? Foolish? I didn't know. Sit down, let's talk. I want to be rid of this foolishness. And they say, people listen to your messages. You can sell it. And the guy brought a graph. He showed me a permutation. This is what you will make in a year. And because I'm the one that helped you, you give me this percentage, this little. Oh, there's one of the people I was raising told other people that I can't manage greatness. Why? Because people from all over the world were contacting me and I was pointing them to Jesus. They said, God, man, the guy can't manage greatness. I was pointing them to Jesus. I was pointing them to Jesus. Instead of me to set up a system and begin to ask them to make monthly contributions, I'm there pointing. He doesn't know my problem. That's why he will not follow me. You know what? My duty is to build men. I will never destroy any man. Never. If he becomes a rebel, I will leave him to God, the God that anointed him. Let God destroy him. I will never destroy a man. I went to my friend, went to preach in Brazil, and we're praying. And my friend that invited me said, there's a young man in your midst. It will cause you pain. 2 years before he rebelled. And I knew. But I told God, I will never destroy any man. Destroy them. If they rebel, I will not see anything. Let it be your work to destroy. Me, I'm here to build, and I will build till I die. Circumstances, situations, and suggestions will come to make you like Babylon. But we are a holy nation. We are a peculiar people. We are called out of darkness into his marvelous light. The moment we begin to diminish the emphasis of consecration and holiness and devotion to God, we produce demons, beasts on the pulpit. And this beast will turn lively stones into bread. Babylon is common. It's everywhere. But the first thing that was spoken about the New Jerusalem were its walls. The walls were the first thing that were mentioned in that arrangement, indicative of the fact that it is a place that is defensed. You can't just penetrate. It has walls. You can walk into Babylon, any office you walk into the government house, you will see Babylon everywhere. But the New Jerusalem has walls. It is separate from the systems of this world. It is different. It is not just available. It is unique. This world cannot approximate it. This world cannot produce it. Number 5. Babylon was in the wilderness. But the New Jerusalem was on a high mountain. How many of you still remember the book of Matthew chapter 5? And in the book of Matthew chapter 5, what Matthew chapter 5 is about is that Jesus was about to unveil the constitution of the kingdom of heaven. And they came to the plain and there was a multitude. And because of the gravity of the things that Jesus wanted to communicate, he decided to raise the standard by climbing the mountain. It was a multitude that came to attend to him, but he decided to raise the standard. The moment he climbed the mountain, only 12 people were willing to climb. A multitude will always come if it's the plain. But when you begin to ascend the mountain, you will find the numbers will begin to diminish. Because the Christians of our time are not willing to pay a price for the things of the Spirit. That's why we are common. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Who shall stand in his holy place? He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive a blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek thee, O God of Jacob. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be thou lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Are you willing to ascend the mountain? Are you willing to ascend the heights of spiritual discipline? To keep your vessel pure and undefiled in the midst of the corruption around? Because you want to ascend into a higher place. There are deep things that cannot be communicated in the valley. And Jesus had to raise the standard. It was when they got to the mountaintop that he began to preach what we call the Beatitudes. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. He couldn't say that in the valley. He raised the standard. And in our generation, he raises the standard again, so that the demarcation between Babylon and the New Jerusalem will be so distinct that no one will confuse